Deep beneath the Franco-Swiss border lies a 27-kilometer ring of superconducting magnets, cooled to minus 271.3 degrees Celsius, a temperature colder than the vacuum of deep space. The Large Hadron Collider at CERN, the European Organization for Nuclear Research, accelerates subatomic particles until they are moving at 99.91% of the speed of light, about as fast as physics will ever allow, sending them racing around the ring more than 11,000 times per second. By colliding these protons at energy levels reaching 13.6 trillion electron volts, researchers recreate conditions that last existed a fraction of a second after the Big Bang, isolating fundamental building blocks of the universe, such as the Higgs boson, discovered in July 2012 and confirmed the following year with a Nobel Prize. However, operating at the boundaries of experimental physics frequently generates public fascination that strays from peer-reviewed reality. Over the past 2 decades, CERN has evolved into a primary focal point for digital folklore, alternative reality concepts, and viral misinformation campaigns. A laboratory transformed in the public imagination into something closer to myth. Among the most persistent of these narratives is the idea that high-energy collisions could warp space-time itself, potentially creating destructive micro-black holes or interdimensional gateways hidden beneath the Swiss countryside. Speculation gained initial traction in early 2008, when safety lawsuits were filed in a United States federal district court, and before the European Court of Human Rights, in the weeks leading up to the LHC's first beam injection on September 10, 2008. News of these legal challenges quickly spread across platforms like 4chan and specialized physics forums, where technical uncertainty was reframed as impending catastrophe. The discussion resurfaced during major energy upgrades in April 2012 and again in July 2022, each time amplified by short-form video algorithms on YouTube and TikTok that linked operational dates to unrelated atmospheric phenomena, feeding a cycle of coincidence mistaken for causation. Particle physicists and independent safety assessment groups point to a simple but decisive counterargument. Naturally occurring ultra-high-energy cosmic rays have been colliding with Earth's atmosphere for billions of years, at energy levels far exceeding anything generated inside the LHC. If collisions at these thresholds could produce stable, destructive black holes, the evidence would already be written across the geological and astronomical record. And it isn't. Furthermore, theoretical micro-black holes, if they formed at all under current quantum gravity models, would decay almost instantaneously through a process known as Hawking radiation, evaporating before they could ever acquire meaningful mass. Another widely shared narrative links LHC operations to the so-called Mandela Effect, a psychological phenomenon in which large groups of people share identical yet false memories regarding historical facts, movie lines, or familiar graphic designs. While the term was coined in 2009 by researcher Fiona Broome, describing false recollections of Nelson Mandela's death in the 1980s, the concept was tied directly to particle physics around 2016. Viral threads on specialized online forums proposed that collisions during the LHC's Run 2 had quietly shifted observers into adjacent parallel timelines, subtly rewriting historical records without anyone noticing the seam. The idea gained substantial engagement on X, formerly known as Twitter, and on YouTube commentary channels, where creators built entire series around side-by-side comparisons of remembered versus actual logos, quotes, and maps. Cognitive scientists and psychologists, however, attribute the Mandela effect to something far more grounded. schema-driven memory reconstruction, confirmation bias, and social reinforcement amplified by online communities. Subatomic collisions occur within isolated detector volumes, only millimeters wide. They possess no known physical mechanism capable of reaching outward to alter macro-level historical records, physical media, or the architecture of human memory itself. Visual symbolism routinely features in speculative narratives surrounding CERN, and few images recur as often as a 2-meter bronze statue of Nataraja, the cosmic dancer form of the deity Shiva, standing quietly outside the main administrative building in Meirin. The statue was officially unveiled in June 2004, a gift from the Indian Department of Atomic Energy, marking India's long-standing scientific collaboration with CERN. The narrative surrounding it expanded dramatically in August 2016, when a staged, low-resolution video surfaced online depicting individuals in dark cloaks performing a mock ritual in front of the statue at night, framed to look clandestine and unauthorized. The video generated widespread international coverage across tabloids and digital news networks within days. CERN's official press office responded promptly, confirming that the footage showed an unauthorized internal prank carried out by visiting scientists using valid security credentials. A stunt, not a secret. While CERN confirmed that no laws or safety protocols had been breached, internal administrative procedures were nonetheless initiated. Despite these official clarifications, the footage continues to resurface, endlessly recycled as illustrative material in documentary-style breakdowns years after the fact. Claims regarding CERN's operational status also circulate with striking regularity, particularly rumours stating that the facility has been permanently shut down due to hidden hazards or emergency breaches. These narratives systematically coincide with CERN's pre-planned operational pauses, known as long shutdowns. Notable surges in speculation occurred during Long Shutdown 1, from 2013 to 2015, and Long Shutdown 2, from 2019 to 2022. The claims have re-emerged once again ahead of Long Shutdown 3, scheduled to begin in 2026, and continue through 2028 or 2029 as engineers prepare the site for the high-luminosity LHC upgrade, a project years in the planning, not a sudden closure. During these multi-year maintenance windows, particle beams are paused to allow thousands of engineers and physicists to enter the subterranean tunnels and replace aging superconducting magnets and upgrade increasingly complex detector components. Far from being secret operational halts, these scheduled downtime periods are documented years in advance in CERN's public operational calendar, visible to anyone who cares to look. The mythology surrounding CERN highlights a distinctly modern paradox. As experimental physics pushes further into concepts increasingly distant from everyday human perception, public imagination rushes in to fill the technical gap with familiar, comfortable narrative tropes. Portals, rituals, hidden dangers, secret truths. This dynamic is further accelerated by the architecture of digital platforms themselves. Recommendation algorithms are built to prioritize high-engagement content, and speculative claims, by their very nature, tend to out-engage careful technical documentation. The enduring popularity of CERN folklore reflects something larger than a simple fascination with particle physics. It reflects a broader shift in how scientific authority, algorithmic information distribution, and public trust now collide, and sometimes fracture, in the digital era.